Ryokai here to talk about a very little known Phoenix tech that you basically can't ever use but technically exists. And there was a thread recently talking about the double swapping for bomb attacks. So if you do this basically and swap back and forth, and as long as you're moving and not shooting a repeater, you can get bomb attacks out a little bit faster than normal. So if I show here, my normal bomb attack speed is 0.74 per second. And so if I do I do 1 divided by 0.74, you'll see the time between attacks is 1.35 seconds, whereas if I swap back and forth, this is a 0.5 second cooldown, so I'm basically firing bombs every 1 second instead of every 1.35 seconds, so that's the DPS increase. Your ping does play a part in this, so because I'm in try mode, I'll have 0 ping, and I'll be able to do it a little bit faster, but if your ping is around like 100, this basically stops becoming a DPS increase. Maybe around 150 range. So yeah, basically the higher your ping, the less of a DPS increase this is. And I should also state in this video, that trick is by no means required. I played Phoenix to Grandmaster without ever using that trick over like 300 games. Your positioning and like so many other stuff matters more than using that trick. Knowing also the fast swap where you go repeater, 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 and then you can bomb, and you see that where that time I had a delay, whereas if I have a delay again. Wait. I'm not used to the ping of try mode, I guess. I'm probably swapping too early on that. So you can it's good to know for Arsenal synergy basically of how to do the swapping so that your bomb attack comes out faster. Because if you just repeater into bomb, you sometimes have a long delay, and sometimes you can have a short delay. And it's easy to cancel your auto sometimes. I'm swapping way too early because I'm used to doing it with my higher ping. And if you swap too early, you get the long delay. So it is a little bit tricky. Anyway, but that is not the technique I'm going to talk about. So the way the bomb swapping works is you attack with bomb, and then you swap, and you're on repeater, and you keep moving so that you don't fire a repeater shot. If you stop moving and there's something in range to attack, you'll probably attack it with a repeater shot, and then you have a longer delay. And then you have to swap back to bomb, and then you can't start the sequence over again until that swap back cooldown is done. So it takes a full 1 second cycle. And you'll see, basically, when you fire the second bomb, you're just swapping back to phase bomb. So you still have to wait a 0.5 second cooldown before you can swap again. So, like, basically, you're not firing a bomb every 0.5 seconds, you're firing it every 1 second. But what you can do is actually, and it's because you're firing the bomb as you're swapping from repeater to bomb, right? So you're starting the 0.5 second cooldown right now, like when you're firing the bomb attack. So you have to wait it out the full time. But what if you fired a bomb and you're at the end of the phase bomb timer, and then you can immediately swap the repeater and swap back, and then you're at the start of a phase bomb timer. And that way there's only 0.5 seconds in between them. And so you can do this. It's very tricky to do consistently. I'll do my best to try and demonstrate it here. But then what you do is then, after you do that swap, then your swapping is on the bomb, and you can't swap back to repeater and back to bomb because then you're just doing the 1 second pattern again. But what you can do is you can actually fire just a normal phase bomb attack after that with no swapping in between, and then do the same thing again. And so you basically go in a cycle of firing a bomb every 1.35 seconds and 0.5 seconds. So in total you have 1.85 seconds for 2 bomb attacks, whereas otherwise you're having 2 seconds for every bomb attacks. So it's a DPS increase to do this. You basically never do this because it's really hard and inconsistent, and like nobody ever actually does this, but this technically exists, and as far as I know, nobody has ever talked about it or demonstrated it. I clipped it once, and as far as I know, I think Darinash and J Del Rio are the only people I know of that actually know that this trick exists and how to do it semi-reliably. So I'll do my best to try and demonstrate it here. If I get it like twice in a row, that's good enough. But yeah, so I'm just gonna attack first, and it's not gonna happen, but I'll do my best to try and call it when I see it happen. So I'm gonna try and swap as I'm firing this bomb shot. And so it fires a bomb, and then I can swap. Nope, that was too long. I'm just going to wait here so I can time it easier. If I get a repeater shot in between, it means I was too early on the swap, I believe. Okay. That was once. That was twice. Okay, so I got it like twice in a row. But yeah, that's good enough. And so basically, doing that, you're getting 2 bomb attacks every 1.85 seconds if you do it perfectly on like 0 ping. So basically, you'll never actually use this unless you're on like a LAN or something where you're on 0 ping, because if you have any amount of ping, this ends up being basically equivalent to the 2 second swapping of just bomb back and forth like this. But this is technically a secondary swapping trick that you can do that is less APM, so for the people that are always complaining about the APM thing, and also people complain that it's not intended, well, there's actually a better trick that nobody even does that's actually probably not intended. Well, I think the other one is, because they mentioned it on a live stream with the dev. So yeah, cool Phoenix trick there, where you swap at the with Phase Bomb, and then you don't swap, and you do that in a weird staggered cycle of bomb, bomb, wait, bomb, bomb, wait, instead of bomb, wait, bomb, wait, bomb, wait, bomb, wait. And it ends up being a tiny, minuscule DPS increase, but you'll never actually do it in any real game. And yeah, that's about it.